champ is here! The 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 champ is here!
Dr. Bakari Beckwith, and thank you for joining us again tonight for our Tuesday night talks. Have a very exciting topic to talk to you about tonight. I'm really excited about this topic. Tonight we're going to talk about church hurt. The first thing that we want to do before we get too deep into this thing is we want to remove that word church and just deal with hurt, period. Because it doesn't matter if you get hurt at church or family, your job, school, you can get hurt anywhere. So we want to remove that label of church hurt, because a lot of people leave churches and switch churches and get mad at people in the church because they've experienced some type of hurt in church. So we want to get away from that and just deal with hurt, period. Because one of the things that we often say is that hurt people hurt people. So we want to deal with this issue of church hurt. And I'm sure that everybody out there has different stories and testimonies about how they've experienced some level of church hurt at the hands of church people. So what we want to first identify is that the church is made up of people who are maturing, who've not all reached the same level. And that's from ushers to pastors to whoever you may encounter within a church setting, that you're going to experience church hurt. But the thing is, if you go to McDonald's in Sacramento, California, and you come back to Louisiana, you may have had a bad experience in Sacramento, but that's not going to stop you from eating McDonald's in Louisiana. So you can't get upset or be mad and angry because you've experienced church hurt from one perspective or at one church, and then lump all ministries and churches into that same category. Sure, churches have to be accountable. Yes, leaders have to be accountable. There should be a certain level of respect. What should never happen is people be able to find love and compassion outside of the church more so than they do in the church. People come to church and oftentimes they feel judged. They don't get that love. They don't get that compassion. And they end up leaving the church because they don't feel that. And that is what gives birth to what we call church hurt. So we want to get rid of that myth of the church hurt and just deal with hurt, period. And understand that the church is not the problem. There are people who are working on their issues and growing and maturing in Christ just like you. So the key is to forgive those people and forget about what they've done so that you can move on and grow. And you have to be in a place where you feel comfortable, a place that you can grow. So lastly, before we get out of here and talking about church hurt, I want to share this with you. I went to one of my favorite restaurants. We were having an event at the church, and we were preparing some meals, and I went to pick the meals up. And in order to pay for the meals, the manager called me back to the kitchen, which I had to go through the kitchen to get to his office. And so I walk through the kitchen and I get to his office and I'm getting ready to pay for the food. And I noticed that the kitchen is not clean. And so this is one of my favorite restaurants. I love this restaurant. I eat there very regularly. And the kitchen wasn't clean. There was a bad odor coming from the kitchen. And I just saw utensils and different things laying around. And so I got this from that, is that it does not matter the appeal. It does not matter how good your food is. If people find out that your kitchen isn't clean, they won't want to eat from your table. So one of the ways that we can avoid church hurt is to keep people out of the kitchen. Thank you for joining me tonight. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday night here at 6:05, where we'll be talking about, can you really forgive and forget? Pray blessings upon you throughout the duration of your week, and always remember that the champ is here.
The champ is here!